Is the English language on the verge of extinction like LeBron James's hairline? Well, stay tuned as we talk about this and a whole lot more right here on the weekly show with the Dr Sparrow.
So why you busy hating? You hating? Why you busy hating? Cause I am the Dr Sparrow.
Conjoining Universe, welcome to the weekly show. I am your host, the Dr Sparrow. And on today's show, we're going to talk about how English is becoming more and more difficult for some people. And so why don't we move on like King Kong with the news that will stop you in your tracks. This is Breaking News. In today's breaking news, studies conducted by the BSLI, the Dr Sparrow Language Institute, indicate that there's been an outbreak of a disease called mispronunciatosis. Now, mispronunciatosis is a disease that attacks parts of your brain which are associated with the pronunciation and spelling of English words. Now, to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, I personally have been affected by mispronunciatosis. Some of you might have even seen it in episode 1 and 2 of the weekly show. A recent example was when the Cookie Monster posted a tweet with the cookie emoji to commemorate, Fact is, ladies and gentlemen, being the person that I am, I couldn't watch humanitarian. Now, I used to think that I was the only one affected by mispronunciatosis up until I saw the studies conducted by the BSLI. Now, right now, I'm about to show you some examples of other people who've been affected by mispronunciatosis. But please be advised that the following footage contains explicit grammar. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Exhibit A. Good night, y'all. Migraine headache is coming back. I know. Just because I'm white doesn't mean I can't have cornrows in my hair, right? Wrong. Have the courage to speak to me face to face. No fighting. Let's be adults and talk it out, or bury the hatchet. Now, for some of you, this might be very difficult to witness, but just bear with me as I try to drive the point back home with Exhibit D. Sometimes I snap at people on Twitter because I'm insecure. It's a defense mechanism. I know. But some of you might go to the defense of these people and say, no, maybe it was autocorrect, or I dare to disagree. Ladies and gentlemen, here is some footage of a man who clearly has mispronunciatosis.
What did you guys come out here to do? What was it? Why?
We came out here to experience the weather.
We just came out here to experience the weather.
Yeah, we heard about all the evacuation going on, but we just...
Tragic. Also tragic. To be honest, being the person that I am, I couldn't just sit back and watch mispronunciatosis make a victim out of humanity. And that's why this past week I opened up another practice where I help diagnose and treat cases of mispronunciatosis. And so why don't we have a look what Dr. Sparrow got up to this past week.
Why you busy hating? Cause I am the Dr Sparrow.
Oh, Tommy, welcome. You can grab a seat. Welcome.
How you doing today?
All right. How may I help you?
Dr Sparrow. I seem to have a problem again. I've started to feel like I'm starting to get mispronunciatosis.
Mispronunciatosis.
Yes, that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah.
And starting to become a serious issue for me. And yeah, I just want to get it on it immediately because you're the best man in the game. So.
I really am. You've come to the right place. Okay, so what we're going to do, obviously, we're just going to run some tests just to see how severe it is. But before we run those tests, my assistant is just going to come through with a highly sophisticated machine, and she's just going to do what we call a grammar scan. And what that basically is that she's going to be scanning your hair follicles because your hair is connected to your brain. And then she's going to compile those results plus the results of the test, and we should know exactly what is going on. Okay, are you ready for the test? Alright, so how the test goes, I'm just gonna say a sentence and then there's gonna be a word in which there are gonna be two options which are gonna be present, and you just have to choose the correct one. It's very simple.
Hope so.
Okay. Please open the door. I am here.
Sparrow, the bottom one.
Okay. I get angry when playing FIFA because I hate to lose.
The top one. The top one. The top one.
My parents sent me an email asking for their phone.
The bottom one.
Okay. Last one. Are you ready? Help me. I'm lost and I don't know where to go. You can do this.
It's all three of them. All three of them. It's definitely all three of them.
Alright, so we're just going to compile the results plus the results from the grammar scan, and we should know what's wrong.
Okay.
Dr Sparrow, results in.
Thank you so much. Alright. Before I show you the results, I just want to explain the neuro side of things, alright? So as human beings, we all have what we call a English token count. And what that basically is the tokens which are associated with your pronunciation and spelling of English. And this is situated in your token cortex, alright? And token cortex, alright? And so obviously if you have a token count of 12, that means your English is impeccable. If you have a token count of 0, then it's the complete opposite. And so based on your results, it looks like you have an English token count of 3 out of 12.
But Dr. Sparrow, last time my token count was higher than that. Like,
I get that a lot. A lot of people say they had a high token count and all of a sudden, you know, they can't even pronounce milk. But can I ask, might you have any friends on outdated messaging software such as Mixit or BBM?
sure, like 3 or 7 of them, but does that matter?
It does. But don't worry, okay? I'm going to write out a prescription for you, and this should help get your English token count up in about 6 to 8 weeks, okay?
Right.
And so the first thing I'm going to prescribe right now is what we call anti-typotics. Alright, not antibiotics, but anti-typotics, and this is going to help you with your spelling, and this is to be taken 3 times a day after meals, okay? Second thing I'm going to prescribe for you is a vitamin A, E, or U tablets, okay? This is going to help, yeah, A, E, or U, yeah, there, yeah, exactly. And so this is going to help you with your pronunciation. This is to be taken at the beginning of the day, so once a day, and this is going to help you with your pronunciation throughout the day, okay? And like I said, if you do take this, your token count should be up in about 6 to 8 weeks. Okay?
You're the best.
No worries.
Thank you, Dr. Sparrow. Thank you so much. I'm internally grateful.
Eternally grateful.
Internally.
Eternally.
Oh, I meant to say.
Don't worry. It's okay. It's okay.
Why you busy hating? Cause I am the Black Sparrow.
And there you have it, folks. Dr. Sparrow helping humanity pronounce and spell English one word at a time. But hey, we have come to the end of episode 4. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, episode 4 of the weekly show. And I just wanted to take this time and thank each and every single one of you who have seen an episode of the weekly show. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed thus far. And hey, let's continue to spread the word of the weekly show. In fact, why don't you tag someone who has been affected by mispronunciatosis and might need Dr. Sparrow to check them out. And so, hey, if you liked what you saw, subscribe down below and comment to let me know what was your favorite part of the show. For me, your host, the Black Sparrow, and the Weekly Show family, we hope that the rest of your week will be the best of your week. And I'll check you later. Calculator.
So why you busy hating? You hating? Why you busy